The treatment of fleas is an important component of providing proper care for cats. When your cat goes outside, it is especially likely that it will be infested with fleas, mites, and other parasites that will make their way into the fur of your cat. If your cat goes outside, there is a greater possibility that you will run into this issue. The following section of Cat in a Flat examines the information regarding flea treatment and prevention that you, as a cat owner or pet caretaker, ought to be aware of. One of the most frequent parasites seen in cats is the flea, sometimes known as the cat mite. The so-called Tennocephalides fellis ranges in size from 1 to 3 mm, has a color that can be described as reddish-brown, and draws its nutrition from the blood of the animal that is infected with it, the host. They are unable to fly but can do a horizontal leap that is 13 centimeters and a vertical jump that is 20 centimeters in distance. A flea that was extracted from a cat. If cats have fleas, does that put their health at risk? Fleas are often not a cause for concern for cats, and the majority of flea infestations do not have a significant negative influence on the health of your feline companion. They do, however, have the ability to pass diseases on to other animals and a very high reproductive rate, which means that owners of cats need to take treatment and prevention very carefully. At the absolute least, you run the chance of causing your cat annoyance and suffering, and you also run the risk of getting some nasty red flea bites on yourself. Flea infestations are particularly hazardous for young kittens and elderly cats since they quickly bring on a state of debilitating weakness and anemia in the affected animals. Fleas that live on cats are capable of transmitting tapeworm larvae, which the cat may ingest during grooming and then become ill as a result of. Cat fleas are capable of transmitting both types of parasites. As a consequence of this, it is essential that you also administer worming tablets to your cat in addition to the flea medicine. It is possible for pets to develop an allergy to fleas and suffer from unpleasant reactions to the parasites, such as dermatitis that is brought on by flea allergies. Fleas are notorious for spreading disease from one animal to another, which has earned them a bad reputation. One of the most prevalent is called Bartonella, and it is a bacterial illness that is frequently referred to as cat scratch disease. The unpleasant and perhaps harmful effects of this infection include both of these aspects. The detrimental effects of a flea infestation are especially dangerous for young cats, such as kittens. What to look for to determine whether or not your cat has a flea infestation. You need to make sure that your cat is okay first and foremost. In the event that Mr. Whiskers is infested with fleas, you might observe the parasites jumping around or crawling on and off of the cat. In the event that you are unable to see them at first, conduct a thorough inspection of your cat's armpits and groin for any indications of a flea infestation. Because fleas travel so quickly, it's possible that you won't see any on your cat's fur. Fleas favor the armpits and groins as ideal places to live. An obvious indicator of a flea infestation is the development of raised, red lumps and hair loss as a consequence of scratching the affected area repeatedly. There is a possibility that your cat will also exhibit the following symptoms. Cats who are afflicted with fleas will lick, scratch, and chew on various parts of their bodies more frequently than normal, and they may also appear anxious. The most obvious signs of a flea infestation in your pet include scratching behind and around the ears, as well as shaking their head. Inspect the spot where your cat has been sleeping. If there are a lot of black patches, this may be proof that fleas have dropped their droppings there. You may determine if these black specks are the result of fleas or typical dirt by placing a few of them on a paper towel and then moistening the paper towel. Flea dirt is made up of blood that has been shed by fleas, so when it becomes wet, it will turn either red or brown. You might also try grooming your cat's coat with a flea comb, which is characterized by teeth that are very tightly separated from one another. You can use a flea comb to thoroughly comb your cat's body and eliminate any fleas that may be lurking in the fluff by combing your cat from head to tail. You should keep a bowl of hot water and soap close by so that you may clean the comb as you work and get rid of any fleas that may be present. You will also be able to separate and search for flea filth if you follow this technique. There are signs everywhere, including on you. These include the following. Even if you do not find any fleas on your cat, you may still find fleas jumping around your home and insect bites on your own body, especially around your ankles. Options for flea treatments and preventative measures available for cats. Always seek the advice of your trusted veterinarian for the most up-to-date and successful methods of flea prevention and treatment. Certain medications are exclusively available through veterinarians and cannot be bought at normal stores or online. The protection that spot-on treatments offer against flea infestation can last anywhere from a few weeks to 3 months, depending on the brand. These treatments are applied to the back of the cat's necks, and they are then combed through. Another option that veterinarians can suggest is giving the cat tablets, which is something that a lot of cat owners already do. Flea collars are not as widely used as they once were, although some veterinarians continue to suggest that their use is appropriate. You should never use a flea collar on your pet if it has not been prescribed by your veterinarian, since they have the potential to be ineffective or even hazardous. Powders and sprays are only two of the many various types of treatments that may be found in supermarkets as well as pet specialty shops. However, if anything is not delivered by a licensed veterinarian, there is no way to know for certain if it is both safe and effective in treating the condition at hand. Never use flea preventative or treatment therapies intended for dogs on your cat, since many of these pills contain the chemical permethrin, which is lethal to cats. These treatments are designed for dogs. Products designed to treat and prevent flea infestation in dogs should never be used on cats. This includes both preventatives and treatments. Flea preventive treatment is something that should never be neglected, particularly by people who own cats. Your cat is at risk of developing flea allergic dermatitis if there are any breaks in the treatment that are permitted between doses of the medicine. Infestation resurgences are another possible consequence of this. Helpful hints for putting an end to the infestation of fleas in the home. Fleas do not spend the most of their lives on the skin of their hosts, rather, they reside in the environment around their hosts for the majority of their lives. In the event that you find fleas on your cat, you will also need to treat the environment in which your cat spends its time. Regular vacuuming of carpets, floors, skirting boards, beds, and soft furniture will help get rid of fleas in your home. The vacuum bag should then be discarded outside after use. Baking soda is yet another option that can help improve the performance of your vacuum cleaner on carpets. It is strongly advised that you perform regular hot water washes of your household linens, pillow covers, and pet bedding in order to maintain their cleanliness. If you suspect that you have a flea infestation in your home, you should speak with your neighborhood veterinarian about treatment options. Flea sprays and flea bombs are available in stores. However, the vast majority of these products are either ineffective because they only kill adult fleas or hazardous to cats and other pets, making them unsuitable for use. If the infestation gets worse, you will almost probably be forced to get in touch with a qualified exterminator or pest control specialist.